Hello, chat. Welcome back.
We're so back.
We're so back, dog.
I have mandarin oranges as a little snack. I'm fucking chilling.
Is that a fucking Marvel reference?
A what?
Marvel reference.
Marvel reference.
Oh, Mandarin.
Yeah, the guy. The
Trevor,
I saw
the Mandarin.
Man. I saw Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, you get what I'm putting down. Well, hello, chat. We're back to Drakengard 2.
We're so back. All right, Boco, what happened last time?
Wonderful question, Ava. Let's add items in the equip wheel, and maybe we'll find out. Oh, shit.
We are so back. Hey, Ava, you're not susceptible to propaganda, right? I'm far more aware how to spot propaganda when I see it. Why do you ask?
Thank you. Thank you for the sub, Hammerhead. Cat. Partial cat.
I do love your new model. Like, I'm high-key jealous.
Ava, do you want to see? You want to see some shit? Something people don't get to see that much.
What's that? Thighs?
No, it's not even the thighs. The people pay for the thighs. I can make the tail wag. Also, there's a tail. People love.
That's sick.
Yeah, I didn't even ask for this. Most people don't see the dog tail because it's on the bottom half of the screen most of the time. And also because I generally default to long made on first, it's kind of hard to see. It kind of swasses out there. Yeah.
I fuck with it. Your model's sick.
Yeah, I see through. Yeah, listen, Hammerhead. One of the things I was very particular about this model was getting the fucking the spine. I needed the estrogen tank to be visible, and I wanted a spine in there.
Fair enough.
Why do you think it's pink?
Fair enough.
I'm sure.
I had this thought the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet if I transitioned, my entire fan base wouldn't be able to fucking handle it. Like, I think they would just fold instantly.
Shit,
I just come on stream and
now.
I'm just like, Warhammer and penis, and then that's it. Like, they fucking, that's it. They all fall to their goddamn knees.
This is going to be difficult.
Oh yeah, we're still on the run from the knights.
Yeah, defined fold. I don't think your fan base would notice. It's impossible to escape from someone is destroy them with the dragon's flame.
So we got Masky McGee on the party now.
Yeah, we got the man in the iron mask from the man in the iron mask.
We're looking for the guy who is in charge of the seal of divine light or some shit. Would Warhammer be the name of the penis? Warhammer is my penis. The hammer is my penis.
Fucking, you're gonna get a fucking Warhammer tramp stamp. Warhammer wound. Shit, Warhammer wound. Warhammer wound tattoo would kind of go hard though.
Wait, you get like, but what would you get though? That's the thing.
I don't know. What's your favorite like fucking? I don't know. Do you want one of the like?
It would go hard if like I did like an OnlyFans thing and then I like pulled down the like. I get the midriff going, and then I pull it down even further, and there's like a chaos symbol there. That'd be fucking. That would go kind of hard. That'd be crazy.
The historical accuracy of the actual Man in the Iron Mask is dubious at best. I've never seen Man in the Iron Mask. We had a VHS of it when I was a kid.
This is weirdly okay. Carrie and I saw this movie like last month, and like it's kind of crazy how like. I never heard of it, and then we were just like, let's just fucking watch it. And we watched it, and we had a great time. Tramp stamp, same property of Slanesh. Yeah, but that's like boring. That's boring.
That's expected.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta like hit him with something crazy.
With the orb.
You gotta be like, the God Emperor has blessed this dick. Like, you know what I mean?
8-pointed star tattoo on your gooch, aka the taint of chaos.
Holy shit, that is crazy.
I mean,
no, dude.
To be fair, like, pentagram moon tattoos do go hard. I point at the fucking The nun model has one. That's one of the main things, is that the wound tattoo changes with the form she's in.
I see.
Cross.
May Sigmar's light bless this ass. What the fuck was Gerard Depardieu doing in an American movie? I mean, it was like France. So like, you know, it's the Three Musketeers. The blue
I
one
do
is a
love the
railgun.
live-action Three Musketeer movies from like the early 2000s.
Well, as far as I know, it's like a Man in the Iron Mask is like a sequel to those.
It is? I didn't know that.
I think because like Man in the Iron Mask, they keep talking about like, you know, we had a lot of old adventures, you and I, and like shit like that. And I'm like, is there a movie that like I didn't watch?
So was there a man before the Iron Mask?
Because like Jeremy Irons is in it, and he's like really into the role, but that's also just Jeremy Irons, you know? Like, fuck.
Knight's battleship is here. Kill them before they kill you.
No, I know it's a series of books, chat. I'm just wondering if it's like, were the other movies? You gotta dodge those.
No, I don't.
Were the other movies like? Is it a sequel? Is I guess what I'm asking. This dick has risen, such as the power of Nagash. But that would like
That's
not
so
go,
long.
That's so long.
However,
and also,
no,
like
wait,
I feel like you lose aura because like if it's flaccid, then you're fucked.
If it's, I think there's a point where too long becomes not long enough. If you like fucking do 3 paragraphs in like, you know, like stylized letters and shit, like I'm writing the fucking Declaration of Independence, that would be much better than just like a 2-sentence thing, which is too long but not long enough to be like impressive.
I hate him.
Mana, what's wrong?
Me too, man. I haven't even met him yet.
You've been a bit strange ever since we saw him.
Just drop it, Noe. Gentlemen shouldn't probe about a lady's past.
When the one-eyed man was there, I managed to pick up a few words. Precious light. And something about a castle, I think.
You heard words? I didn't hear anything.
No, you wouldn't. It was more like his thoughts, you could say.
That must be the District of Precious Light.
Of course,
There are some real bad types that hang out there. A guy called Yaha. is the district
Yaha!
guardian.
Let's
All right,
go to
we're
the
about to
District of
meet
Precious Light.
a
The
character
longer
who
we wait, the
canonically has
stronger
like
their
fucked
defenses will
every
become.
character in this game except for like our main cast.
Let's go. Hey, Ava, what the fuck is this art you tagged me in on Blue Sky?
That's official art.
That's crazy.
That's official art of Noe going like Super Saiyan.
That's fucking
real.
crazy.
That's real.
I know, I believe you. I believe you. However, it's crazy.
Do y'all know of a YouTuber named Clemps? Yes.
No.
I am very happy. I like their stuff a lot. I'm very happy with their videos about Drakengard and how that kind of like brought a lot of new people into this weird game series.
Yeah, because like I think that Drakengard is very neat. However, it is like a very there is a filter to getting into the games that are not near.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to be ready for this fantasy setting to be weird
It's not even
and
that
like
like
not explain shit.
I don't explain shit. But I think this is the thing I've talked about with other games is that like
Sacrificial
it's
martyrs.
very important to have like a base level game that's easier for people to get in, because I think some people will probably be I imagine some people are probably annoying. It's like, actually Nier sucks because it's too accessible. However, I think having accessible media is a very important thing for getting people into franchises.
I do think I have that a little bit, but it's not exactly with the games. It's people who just like goon to 2B and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know Nier, and
No,
it's
you
got the
don't.
hot robot lady, and it's like, I don't know, man, just play the fucking game. Like,
Yeah, this was a thing.
you can I'm not saying you can't goon to the robot, but I'm just saying, like,
you should.
fucking-
You should. However, you should also get.
It's also a really good game.
So this is the castle of the precious light.
What about the audio dramas and stage plays? Those are ignorable, but they're cool if you want to, like, pursue that.
It's not just some backwater fort, you know? Oh, no.
Okay.
Come on. Let's
Let's
go.
get
Boco,
some-
I talked
yeah.
about this last time we streamed this.
Okay.
The boss of this area is going to have a difficulty spike, and I need you to be okay with that.
Let me down.
The Magicians
Eliminate
of
them.
Light. Kill them. Oh!
Hey, who's good against magic? Wasn't
Mana's good against magic.
okay. So like
Mask Guy is good against monsters, Noe's good against soldiers, and Mana's good against magic.
okay. So like to go back to like the gatekeeping slash like entry level stuff. I was actually talking to Josh about this a while back when I was talking about like metal and stuff, because like if there's a fucking like a music community that is incredibly gatekeepy, it's metal, because people fucking hate like any modicum of like mainstream success,
Yeah.
because if you do that, you're selling out. But I was explaining to Josh is like, I think like entry level music is super important, because I can't just pick up someone and throw them in the deep end. It's like, all right, here's your first metal song. You've only listened to like pop or whatever. Here, you can listen to fucking like forced gender reassignment by cattle decapitation or some shit like that. That one is real. That is real.
You can't start off somebody's journey into rock by sending them Heroes of the Land of Waterfalls by Rhapsody of Fire, which is a 20-minute song. You can't be doing that. You gotta start them off a little slow.
Yeah, exactly.
Show them some stuff that's like, okay, everybody like fucks with this. You gotta start
Like-
off with the classics.
Like AC/DC.
Sure, and if that's what gets them into
Yeah.
other things, then that's fine.
It's important
If they want
to-
to fucking listen to the guy going like, I don't know, that's fine. That's okay. And then you
Yeah.
can build off of that. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Like I can't just throw someone into like a band I think is very good, like on a Northrok, which is like is borderline noise. It's a very good like blackened death metal band, but I don't think I can just show someone that it's like, yeah, this is really good. It has some really great political commentary. I think their music is very good. However, it is inaccessible music by the nature of what it is. That's why I think like very like entry level stuff, like even like just like hard rock from like the 2000s, your Breaking Benjamins, or like your more accessible like genres of metal like power metal, are very, very, very important for getting people into music, because they're not being accosted by like fucking a band that recorded on the tape recorder in their basement in the 80s and also probably did some crimes.
Listen. What's a good time without a little crime? You know what I'm talking about?
What?
Listen. Everybody has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my dad listened to a lot of like what could be considered like very generic, like entry level rock and roll, like classic rock, metal, that kind of thing, and also like a bit of like hip hop, R&B in there sometimes as well. That's really good. Holy. So like I grew up with shit like Eminem. And I'm not gonna sit here and say like Eminem's great and all, but I think as like an entry thing, sure.
As far as I understand about hip hop, because that's not a thing I understand, is like Eminem's like from like a skill standpoint, Marshall is very good at what he does.
Yeah. But it's just, you know, people can be good at something and still like not be, you know. I can understand how to make like an art piece, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna do it well. Nah, it's
Fuck
not
you.
the-
Sorry, I got that
shit.
parried from behind.
My dad's more heavy metal. Example, Disturbed. I wouldn't even describe
No.
Disturbed as heavy metal.
That is not heavy metal. Like
Someone, I don't remember if it was you or one of my other friends who described Disturbed as like cop music.
I did not describe it that way, but I would agree with that because David Draiman, the fucking vocalist, is a huge Zionist. He's a piece of shit.
He's very into
As in, like,
Zionist
this man
shit.
is signing bombs to kill civilians level of piece of
Yeah.
shit as a PR
Now-
stunt.
Now, if we want to separate art from artist, like their
Yeah.
most popular song isn't even a metal song. It's a cover of a Simon and Garfunkel song that, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, the cover of Sound of Silence. Exactly.
Yeah, I was
exactly.
like, wait, what are you saying? It's like, oh shit, the Sound of Silence cover. Yeah, that is bigger than
Yeah,
Down with
that
the
is-
Sickness at this point.
That is so much bigger than Down
It's
with the
crazy.
Sickness.
It
Are
is
you
mainstream
kidding me?
success.
My fucking I have a core memory of like my dad watching Conan fucking play they're playing it live and he like has a fucking tear roll down his cheek and I'm just like, you know, good for you. I don't really. You're gonna need to heal. Need to heal. Oh, that works too. Tear of joy or sadness? I don't know.
So there's murder in their eyes.
really
Leave no
ask him
night
about
standing.
it. I didn't really ask him about it. But listen, you can. I'm not gonna sit here and yuck anybody's yum talking about like you can't like something because you know the person who made it is a piece of shit. Because like you look at like fucking. I have a buddy who is like heavily into David Bowie, and if you look into anything that David Bowie did, especially like way back and like early in his career, it's like, oh, he kind of sucked. But like, you know, guy made good music.
Never meet your idols, kids.
Never meet your idols. Oh my god, ignorance is bliss.
You think Black Sabbath would be entry level? To some degree. Iron Man is
some
entry
degree.
level. I think War Pigs is
Iron
entry
Man
level.
is so entry level.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Here-
it's so simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking in there, man.
The thing is, like, later stuff that isn't already, like, enveloped into the public lexicon that has been kind of, like, retroactively inducted into pop music becomes less accessible by nature of, like, I don't already know this. Let's see, do I have an additional axe?
AC/DC's like entire discography is extremely entry level. Like it's
Which
just
is a
pick an
very-
AC/DC song.
Really, like, the really interesting thing about AC/DC is if it was not AC/DC, it would not be considered entry levels sheerly predicated on Angus's vocal style, because normally that shit is more like mediocre level stuff. Is like being able to get used to like vocals that aren't just like clean, right?
I think you could definitely start off somebody with Black Sabbath, but you gotta
Yes.
start him with Iron Man. I think
Yeah.
that's like the best case scenario, and then from there, I feel like the world's your oyster. Like you could probably put on some shit. You could probably put on some like classic shit like Led Zeppelin. You probably could like don't keep it to one genre.
Yeah,
Like-
you
like,
absolutely
them
have to
kinda
do that.
Explore with
The
it.
biggest thing is
Maybe
that-
put on some Yes. Put on some fucking
I think Yes is
Is it-
also entry level based on production and how it sounds. It's very friendly sounding.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like they're not going to scare you. I'm not going to like toss someone into like a high lung, which I think is pretty like friendly, but like visually, aesthetically, it's going to scare people.
How do you feel about Tool?
I think
In the conversation of entry level.
I think Tool is slightly past entry level.
I agree.
Sheerly because of the vocal styling on some songs.
And also, this is another thing too. I think for someone who is getting into music, length is such an important fucking thing. Because if
Yeah.
you put on a 2 to 4 minute bop people are going to be way more receptive to that than like a 20-minute Tool song, a 20-minute Rhapsody of Fire.
Yeah.
Like you can't be putting that on, man.
Yeah,
You're
like
gonna
that's
scare the hose.
that's a really interesting
man.
thing because like when I was a kid first getting into music, I was obsessed with long songs. Like it became like my thing is like, oh, that I want to listen to long music, and that started with Through the Fire and Flames.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, then perhaps it's more accurate to say it definitely depends on the person.
It is very dependent on the person and their conceptions about music, because like there are definitely people who are listening to music today who cannot stomach long things because of TikTok like poisoning people's fucking attention spans and the like.
Absolutely. Let's start with this Black Sabbath intro. Okay. You're talking to somebody and you're like, oh, how'd you like that Black Sabbath song? If their like response is, yeah, it was really good, but I wish it was longer, then maybe you start to pivot more toward like, well, maybe check this out. And then, like, you play something that's a little longer like that. You
start pushing them towards prog stuff. I think if they want, the thing is that it's longer if they want, Black Sabbath, but longer. I guess if you're really crazy, you could put them onto some Funeral Doom. Because that's like the end. That is like the end result of Black Sabbath longer, or possibly some stoner stuff. Because
you both some stoner stuff.
Because both of those heavily stem auditorially from those early Black Sabbath albums. I did see someone else saying another good starting point in the chat is Metallica, which I absolutely agree.
I was just thinking about that. Yeah. Metallica is very easy to get into.
Yeah, like...
And also, I feel like if you're starting with this Black Sabbath, or even Metallica, and they're like, ooh, I wish it was longer, you put on one.
Yeah. I think, depending on what they're into... I think, depending on what they're into auditorially, you could definitely, go to yes, if they want something longer, depending on how they want it to sound. Like... Yes is significantly brighter sounding than something like Metallica or Black Sabbath, because it's like it is rock. It's still very like mainstream accessible rock.
You're gonna get some whiplash if you're going from yes or it's like into fucking Metallica, who's like and like you know you're gonna have a bit of polarization.
But let's be real. James Hetfield, not like the most like technically good singer.
But I'm up there singing with him though.
Yeah,
you know
that's the thing.
Like fuck.
It's an interesting thing because thrash metal stems from crossover success between hardcore punk and metal. Whereas in punk, you fucking what do you mean you? I mean, most people in punk don't straight up just can't sing or can't play their instruments. So that the competency needing for music like that is like a lot lower, and it's a lot more tolerable from a musical standpoint because it is outsider art to some degree.
And it's okay if this hypothetical person that you're introducing to music, if they like pivot to something like Avenged Sevenfold, that's fine. That's fine. If they pivot to something that
I still like some Avenged Sevenfold stuff. I fucking hate.
I totally agree.
I hate what Matt has done for the last 10 years because he's become an NFT bro. But I still like some old stuff. Did you not know about this?
Listen, I'm gonna be real. Most bands that I listen to, I'm gonna just assume they probably got into some crypto shit or are hardcore Zionists. That's pretty much where I'm at with most music.
The thing is, I can forgive a lot of them. A lot of the going into crypto shit right at the time it came out because that was what managers were telling people to do. Exactly, what Avenged Sevenfold did is completely on another level. Matt, the Imp Shadows, the band vocalist, is hardcore into it. He's got fucking .eth in his @ on Twitter. Now they have a whole fucking
sick.
subscription system
Fuck yeah.
that uses like the blockchain and shit. And like he's got one of those shitty NFTs as his avatar.
Fuck.
Still.
Dude, yes.
And I checked up recently. They're still doing that fucking NFT subscription program. I've heard 90-second punk songs. I've heard 1-second punk songs. Look up "You Suffer" by Napalm Death, which is technically grindcore, but grindcore originates from punk more so than metal.
This door, it's locked. I don't see a keyhole.
Yeah, it's a
There must be
gate.
some other
No
way
way.
to open it.
This looks like Yaha's doing.
Yaha.
There'll be some sort of special trick to open it.
Yaha.
Huh.
Oh, he's
Well, that was
inviting us in,
convenient.
is
I'm sure this will go well.
he? I am grateful.
You don't think it's a trap?
The door was locked, and now it's wide open. Even if it is a trap, where else are we gonna go?
I
Fair
think
enough.
you're right.
Fair enough. He's speaking facts.
NFTs belong to Fourth Circle of Hell. Absolutely. I'm so glad that we've managed to make that shit supremely cringe.
Yes. And like the next thing that's gonna happen is AI, because like now you have like CEOs coming out being like, please stop telling the AI, please and thank you. It's ruining the algorithm. It doesn't know what to do. It's costing us millions of dollars. Please, we have to be able to steal from artists. Please don't pass a law that makes it so we can't steal from artists. Please, oh please, oh please.
And as someone else in the chat was saying, Green Day's a good start. Actually, Green Day was my start.
Green Day's fucking excellent to start.
I've actually been
Absolutely.
re-listening to a bunch of Green Day albums as of like a day or two ago. They still fucking hit. I'm really disappointed that Green Day hasn't really made a good album in like 10 years or more.
Yeah, American Idiot's gonna be like peak forever.
I think this might be a hot take, but I might like 21st Century Breakdown better. But that's
fair.
But that's like the last album of theirs that I really, really like. Unos, Dos, and Trey were not my vibe. Revolution Radio was okay. Fucking Mother of All Motherfuckers is like the death of music. It's the one of the worst things I've listened to. And then Saviors is also just, it's just fine. It's not my vibe.
Even though, like, these mixed feelings are valid, totally, but Boulevard of Broken Dreams, that fucking start, like, you're gonna be fucking nodding your head, going like, oh shit, here it comes. Like, everybody's fucking in there, man. Holy shit. Did a 1-inch punch.
Yeah, but like, Green Day was actually my like intro to real music, because before that all I listened to was like Christian rock and like I don't like using the word real to like disqualify stuff. However, like corporate Christian music is like the death of music. It is not music for the sake of making a piece of art.
Skillet?
That was my favorite band for a long time.
Yeah! And then everybody fucking started making AMVs of their fucking song. They're having it be like Halo or fucking Werewolves. And that was it. That's their legacy. Oh, I feel like a monster. You know? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course I do. I was deep on the Skillet lore.
Fucking Master Chief diving onto a fucking like a planet. You know?
The fucking like the actual reach of Awake, the album that was on, is honestly kind of insane. That it actually
crazy.
It did have like crossover success, which is like a crazy thing. Like here's the interesting thing. I do believe like a Christian artist can make good music that doesn't require Christianity to be the main focus to be successful. Ava, I'm going to say the name of a song, and I want you to tell me if you know it. Are you familiar with Face Down by Red Jumpsuit Apparatus?
Give me a second. The name does not recall, but I'm gonna give it like 2 seconds to listen to.
Yeah, give it a listen. And because like this is another thing that was around then. I think by a Christian artist that I think is very good and like actually has like emotion behind it and something is trying to say that isn't just you gotta come to church with me.
Okay, yeah, no. I've definitely heard this in the past. It's giving Tony Hawk.
It is very Tony Hawk because it was like pop punk from that area.
Yeah, no. I fuck with this. I fuck with it.
The thing is, that song is about domestic abuse.
Oh, well.
And he's like, he's essentially is like, if you fuck with this person again, I'm going to kill you. And you know what?
Fair.
You know what? Good on you guys.
Valid.
And I was like, you know what? This is good shit. I mean, God, I haven't thought about Red Sea Jump Afro since fucking Saints Row 2.
Sorry, I'm thinking about other AMV songs that became werewolf AMVs, and I'm thinking about fucking 3 Days Grace.
Hell yeah! Fucking, the best thing you can do is fucking play Monster and Animal I Have Become back to back.
God, dude,
it's the same song!
Dude, 3 Days Grace might be like peak edgy fucking teenager shit. It's
Dude,
so fucking good.
I fucking remember listening to that shit on my iPod Touch on the way to my fucking classes in like junior high. It's because like I never pirated much music, but I pirated 7 albums. I pirated let's see, it was Life Starts Now, their title album 3 Days Grace, and like and 1X. And I had also pirated, let's see, Avenged Sevenfold self-titled, City of Evil, and Nightmare. And that was my fucking listening music in fucking high school. And I still really like that music, despite, you know, we're free of cringe here. We can still like the shit we liked in high school. But you all know about Hollywood Undead. I never really liked Hollywood Undead personally.
Shut the fuck up, Hollywood Undead. Everywhere I go, people wanna roll. Fuck. I'm 13 again. Fuck.
yeah, Gappy. That's the song, Gappy.
Powerful magic emanates from the shiny floor. Only those powerful magic may pass.
Oh, well.
There you go.
I was already using mana. Beast on Gappy, like Beast on the Harlot actually fucks. It's a really good song. It's very fun to play. Why is there a lightning floor? This is actually you know what this actually reminds me of? This reminds me of Tomb Raider 1 because I was playing the Tomb Raider like HD remake. You can just encounter a room there that just says Thor above the door, and when you enter, the fucking lightning comes from the ceiling in this cave.
Huh.
I've been listening to Linkin Park because I was curious about the new singer, and she's killing it. My legs.
Yeah, no, Carrie was telling me, like, yeah, the new singer for Linkin Park is fucking absolutely shredding that shit.
Nice. I never really was into Linkin Park because...
There's a crystal on the far side of the room you need to hit. To your left, there's a...
Is there a door?
No, the far side of the room, the big shield.
Oh,
Look
yeah?
up, look up. There's a crystal there.
Ah.
You gotta hit it.
Everyone will listen by 6 Feet by Creed. No, you can't make me listen to Creed.
God, fucking Creed.
Yes, we can go forward now.
Here's the thing. I do think a lot of Creed stuff is not great, but there's some really good hooks there. The fucking melody hook in Higher is honestly really, really good.
Can you take me higher?
I'm not even talking about the lyrical hook. I'm talking about the music in the guitar. The there at that.
Oh,
honestly,
yeah.
that is what gets me with that song. I don't.
To a place with golden feet. You know what I'm talking about? Pants feet. Feet. Pants.
The thing is,
feet.
like, I do not like the vocalist because his is very clearly Jesus, very clearly Jesus guy. Like,
I love Jesus.
What do you think Arms Wide Open's about?
Giving someone a big hug. It's the where's my hug at?
It is partially about the birth of his son and also partially about Jesus.
Ava, you made a ski mask, didn't you? No, but I heavily considered it.
The heal! Your potions!
God.
If it works, it works.
I've been on a Rhapsody of Fire kick for the last couple months, and like they have such an insane discography because it's like they'll hit you with some catchy shit, and like it is very power metal, but like it also does like explore the genre a bit, and like I fuck with it.
Yeah.
It also is very much in vibe with like Warhammer Fantasy and shit like that. It's like talking about like dragons flying around the fucking golden lands and all that shit, and it's like, all right, yeah, this is very much the vibe.
Ava, I think if you're like into that type of power metal, I think you should listen to fucking Nightfall in Middle Earth by Blind Guardian.
Let me give this a live reaction. Okay. All right, 2007. All right, we're in peak territory.
Some force is pushing them back.
War of Wrath remastered 2007. All right, let's give this.
Yeah, because I think this album came out in like the 80s or 90s. It is supremely legit shit. It's an adaptation of part of the Silmarillion.
Now we can move on.
Yes, dude. Yeah. Wait, I've listened to one of these songs. Yeah, I recognize this album art. Okay, we're starting off good. It's sounds of battle. A gate is opening. Dude, back when albums like for power metal had like a fucking like
narrative
an intro.
A lot do still, but like, yeah.
But it's like more musical. It's not like here's dialogue.
Ava, this album is interstitched with dialogue almost between every track.
Let's fucking go. All
no,
right,
listen,
Into the
I think this
Storm.
album is like a supreme, like Lord of the Rings based metal peak. I think Blind Guardian's really good. I would also suggest Somewhere in Time is another really good one, and Twilight of the Gods is fucking incredible banger. Blind Guardian's really good. Hansi Kusch, the vocalist, has been doing it for like forever, and his voice is still like fucking perfect.
Yeah, I'm listening. That fucking harmony is crazy.
Their harmonies are sick, and the fucking highs he can hit are crazy. It's like Bruce Dickinson level of like high notes for those who know their Iron Maiden. I believe I saw someone asking if folk metal is a subgenre of power metal. No, I would believe there can be crossovers. For example, I would describe Ailstorm, which is probably one of the most popular folk metal bands these days, as definitely also a fusion of power metal. But a lot of folk music is not necessarily influenced by power metal. Like, if you listen to Helveti, which is like a pagan metal band / folk metal band, they don't really have as much power metal influence, but it still uses like folk instruments, which I think their stuff is like supremely good. It's like some of the best stuff the genre has to offer. Silmarillion, that Lord of the Bible Tolkien, because of his linguist education, the very same.
That fucking that chorus hit at like a minute 55 Into the Storm. Holy, let's go. Yeah, this is right up my fucking alley.
I thought honestly, I think you should just like browse through like Blind Guardian's catalog later. If you want me to, I can just give you some of my my picks, because like
I am not an album person. Like, when an
Really?
album
Okay.
releases, I don't really just sit down and listen to it, except power metal. Power metal, I just, like, I fucking sit my ass down, I put on some headphones, and I'm just listening. I'm fucking bobbing my head. I'm going like, shit, this is fucking crazy.
It's very good.
The album I was just listening to, chat, Nightfall in Middle Earth by Blind Guardian.
Blind Guardians are like really good. I like, if you want like peak metal cheese, I think Blind Guardian is probably one of the best things you could listen to. If you want like that fantasy cheese, that is exactly what you should be listening to. Because like a lot more fucking bands have taken like power metal bands have taken like a different way with how successful Sabaton has been for like the past 10 years. I think they're very good, but like I think it is definitely a different type of inspiration. I still think if you like history shit, Sabaton's very good to listen to. It is like one of the best things you could do if you're into history stuff. I'm think of a few others. If you like werewolves, Powerwolf exists.
Powerwolf is crazy because it's just like, all right, let's sing about religion and shit, but also, what if religion but werewolves?
Ava, there's a necromancer-based power metal band. I've only listened to one song that is, which has a music video that just said like on the thumbnail it says the story that the Bible didn't tell you, and it's about Jesus being a zombie. Called One of Us, and the song fucking bangs.
I fuck with my top power metal track, or sorry, my top power wolf track at the moment is fucking Venom of Venus. That fucking chorus at the beginning is insane. Fucking da 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 da. I fuck with it. Oh no, an undead. But we don't have anybody that can deal with the undead good. Uh-oh, what are we gonna? Well, there we go. Yes, dude. I saw somebody talking about, yeah, it was Lou. The main singer from Rhapsody of Fire. He recently, well, I think it's recent. He did a collaboration with a band called Twilight Force, which is very,
I'm aware of them.
Yeah, Twilight Force is fucking sick, but they did a song called The Battle of Arcane Might, which is about as intense as you think it sounds. But he, I believe, is on that track, and it's fucking sick. Again, it is a 12-minute song, so lock in, but, like, it's fucking worth it, in my opinion.
I mean, if we want to talk long songs, like, I think my favorite long song is probably Octavarium by Dream Theater, which is 24 minutes in length. Exactly.
Yeah.
Extremely good track. It is probably one of my favorites. I can sing the whole fucking thing. Another good one is The Greatest Show on Earth by Nightwish, which used to be my favorite my favorite band. I don't think they're my favorite anymore. I'm kind of up in the air on who my favorite is at the moment. Because like
fair.
My favorite band used to be Anti-Flag, but then they got outed for some incredibly heinous shit.
Oh, well.
Which is like, because the thing is, like, I've become a lot more interested in political music as I've gotten older.
100%.
So, like, I've definitely gotten a lot more towards, like, punk and stuff, because I want to hear shit about, like, what's happening. Because, like, you know, listen, I can enjoy a song about a dragon, but I'm kind of worried about my rights right now, you know? Yes,
yeah, of course.
And Lou, that is like the fucking really great pick. My fucking favorite Nightwish album is Century Child, because it's got this fucking like aura on it that is really like cold and nasty. Which it also has a really good cover of Phantom of the Opera, which is excellent. Rage Against the Machine is really good. My favorite like political bands are like they are like very entry level. Rise Against is very entry level, but I think it's also very good. I like Rise Against a lot.
I fuck with Ghost's cover of Phantom of the Opera. That shit fucking hits.
I'm really hit or miss on Ghost. I was talking to Soups about this a while ago.
I am in full agreement. Like, some other shit comes out, and it's like they fucking release, like, some shit is like, oh, okay, it's like fine. And then they release like fucking rats, and you're like, rats! And you get in there, you're like, yes!
I think their atmospheric stuff is really good. The cover of Stay they did a while back, fucking, it's so gross and possessive. Yeah. It's fucking great.
No,
give me the
us.
gun, Meg.
We're on your side.
Prisoners?
This fort is infected by Sir Yaha's illusions.
Yeah.
In one place, there is an illusionary wall. I
Dark
don't know
Souls?
exactly where it is.
Yeah. Well, this is way before Dark Souls. Dark Souls stole this.
I love Irish rebel songs. I don't have a ton of those, Mark, but one of my favorite ones has Come Out Ye Black and Tans by the Maguire Brothers, I think is what it's called.
Okay. So I was talking to Gabby about this. We were talking about sports. And there was a situation that occurred where these girls were singing. They had won like a championship against England, and they were singing like this Irish patriotic song.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know, you look at the lyrics and it's like, oh yeah, it's like, oh, we're proud to be Irish. It's your standard, like, haha, we won, like, type deal. And fucking the other team made such a big fucking kerfuffle about it. They're like, this is, like, really offensive because, you know, like, this is, like, just reminding us of, like, a really violent time and, like, glorifying terrorism and blah, blah, blah. And Gabby and I were like, they're not singing Come Out Ye Black and Tan. Like, that would be a different story. That would be a very different story. Holy, some people are just fucking babies with that kind of shit, you know what I mean? It's like,
actually, honestly, as a music thing, I've gotten a lot more into folk as I've gotten older, but not, like, I feel like people don't really appreciate the range that folk has.
It was Celtic Symphony. Thank you, Gabby. They were singing Celtic Symphony.
I've never heard that one.
It's good. It's a bop.
But like, folk as like a genre is like so unfortunately like poisoned in the public mind as country, but different when you can have like when you can have like some of the coolest and like most historically accurate music. I'm gonna shoot you a picture of one of my favorite folk bands.
For sure.
And like,
I will describe it to the audience.
Let me find a good one.
Also, the secret to this room is you need to press the doors in the right order.
Ah, boo.
Yeah, if you fuck up, the knights come and get you. Okay, let's see here. Okay, all right. So what we've got here, from left to right, we have a gentleman who is quite Nordic looking, who is he's got like ash all over his face, and he's holding hands with this being in the middle who looks like some sort of druidic individual, some sort of priest perhaps. They're wearing very pagan looking outfits, and then to the right we've got a guy also wearing very pagan looking outfits. No, this is cool. What the fuck?
Halong fucks. It is one of my. They are one of my favorite bands.
I'm no savior.
1 second.
What the hell's going on in
I've
here?
definitely listened to one of their tracks. I recognize this makeup.
Flee, all of you now.
They have incredible like. Here, I'm gonna shoot you. This. It's good. It's going to time code that this is fine. Take a look at this portion of one of their live shows that was recorded for an album. Halong is awesome. Thank you.
Bones?
Yes, they do not use like acoustic instruments. It's largely like bones and like tied drums and shit.
He's got a horn made of a goat horn. Okay, she do be tapping though. Okay.
Music started in the city. You
Silence.
have to listen to Sunbather. I know Adam Neely. I have tried listening to Sunbather before, but it isn't really my vibe. I appreciate the artistry on display, but unfortunately, it's not personally up my alley. How long did the trailer music for Sinuous Sacrifice 2? It did.
Oh,
they're
doing like a warrior chant now. They've got spears and shields. Holy shit.
Yeah, they did. I streamed that fucking Game Awards thing, and I fucking screamed in my girlfriend's ear. It was great.
Oh, yeah, that's where I saw this.
Hello, Molo Guy. We're talking about music.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's where I fucking recognize them from. They did, yeah, the fucking Sinuous Sacrifice. Yeah.
There've only ever been like 2 bands at the Game Awards that I gave a fuck about. It was Green Day and it was High Lung.
There was a band I discovered recently. You gotta do them in the right order.
Can I make one last horny question about your VTuber model? You can make as many as you would like.
There was a band I discovered who they used the track called Ymir for there's a new game that just came out called Tainted Grail.
Okay.
I think if you fuck with like Skyrim and like that kind of vibe, but like more, hey, what if King Arthur, and we go into like the idea that King Arthur was like a fucking monster and Merlin may have used aliens to help fight off the people of the land, and like I'm gonna shoot you a trailer so you can check it out later.
Okay.
It's very much, I think you would fuck with it. So the trailer had a cool track called Ymir in it, and I discovered the band. It's from oh, sorry, this is the wrong trailer.
Yaha made a pact with the gnomes.
What if King Arthur was a cute blonde anime girl? What if King Arthur was dead and then they kept bringing him back every couple hundred years when shit got really bad, which didn't actually solve the problem, but in fact prolonged it and made the problem even worse hundreds of years from now?
Is the mouth wet? Absolutely. There are very horny reasons for the mouth existing, Molo Guy. Don't worry, I considered this.
So, Danheim is the band.
Danheim.
If you fuck with like that sort of pagan Norse type beats,
Yeah.
very, very cool sound they have to them. However, it does attract the weirdos who like are Viking-aboos.
Viking fascists. I'm aware of them.
Yeah, where they'll be like, may this play at my funeral when I go to Valhalla, and it's like, man, come on,
bro, you're from Minnesota.
Bro, you're from fucking Kansas. Like, you're not going to Valhalla, brother. That's not how this works.
What's the fluid in the mouth? Actually, that's a wonderful question. I think I could probably make the argument it's probably estrogen. I hadn't thought about that part.
What the fuck would you add Why the fuck would you add aliens to the King Arthur mythos? No. I need to be very clear. From the demo I played like 6 months ago, it implied that Merlin perhaps used aliens to like help Arthur take over the lands, and then it was escape from this prison, and I escaped from the prison and went into an expedition zone underneath it, and I saw what looked like a xenomorph statue, and I went, okay, I'm picking up what they're putting down. Okay.
That kind of fucks, but also
it's fucking awesome.
But also that's Assassin's Creed.
That huge stone there.
What if Assassin's Creed was like Berserk?
Stone of hallowed light.
Hell yeah.
There's the crystal. We need to break that.
Ah.
There he is.
The fuck?
All right, this character has canonically fucked like everybody, except our like main protagonists.
No way, Mana. Don't look into his eyes.
Not this guy though. This guy definitely fucked
What
Yaha.
do you mean?
It's the power given to him by his pact beast. Or maybe it's the price he had to pay.
I sense a great power and determination in your companions. It would be such a shame to kill them. But sadly, as the guardian of the District of Precious Light, I am duty-bound to defend it from those who would destroy it. We must fight.
Don't feel bad, Yaha. That's what we want too.
Oh, I'm trying to find a picture from Tainted Grail that is going to come across the sort of vibe that it is.
Yeah, because this screenshot from this trailer does not exactly look the best.
No, it's not. That's like a very... I don't know why they chose that thumbnail, to be honest. But, okay, here's what King Arthur's coffin looks like.
Awooga. Okay, let me take a look at this shit. Oh, fuck yeah.
Here they come.
And I need to be clear. Oh, the gnomes. All right, here's the difficulty spike.
Oh, we're killing children again?
Yep.
Innocence can be a deadly weapon.
The chassis is exposed. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So the thing with King Arthur's coffin that I'm showing you here, he's not actually inside of that coffin. He is, in fact, inside of a blood tank underneath it. That whenever they need him to come back to life, the Holy Grail fills up with black evil ichor, and then it pours over from like a statue of an angel with like 6 fucking arms. And then he just wakes up. It's crazy.
What's the matter?
Mac, no offense. It sounds like you might have just found a fucking Warhammer. That sounds like...
Yeah, pretty much. But then, like, the intro of the game happens, and you escape from prison like you would in Skyrim. And then, like...
What is that?
That's the boss. That's the real boss. It's an ad fight, and that's the real challenge. Yeah. Just, yep. Yep. You got it. This is the fight. It's so shit. So you escape from prison in the tutorial, and this could have changed because, like, I played the early access version just from a couple months ago. But it was basically a guy breaks you out, and then he's like, hey, King Arthur is getting resurrected. Here's you. I'm part of the Knights of the Round Table. You're gonna help me kill him permanently.
Oh, it's kind of like a Castlevania then, too.
Yeah. I found what Excalibur looks like, and the Sword in the Stone is generous to say that it's ever, like, what the fuck that is, because it's just a bunch of what look to be, like, burned hands holding onto the sword, and it's glowing with, like, evil blood magic. It's fucked up.
Is that a bush running away from you? It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Hello, Tank.
Yeah, it'll come out of the hole after you kill it again. Oh god, here it's happening. I think Yurik's really good for this fight, because he's like the monster guy.
I mean, she's doing plus damage.
No, she's doing good. What shape is the round table? I didn't find it, but I did find a guy who was like, hey, I can't read. Can you read this like message that the knights sent me about my sister? I hope she's okay. And I read the note, and it was like, if you're reading this, your sister is dead.
Oh no.
And he was like, so how about that note, huh? And I was like, do I tell him the truth? And I did. And he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, man, sorry about that. If there's anything I can do, let me know. He's like, okay. And then I was exploring around the castle, and I found him. He jumped off the fucking wall.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
I'm like, yeah, well, okay. This setting established. Everything sucks. Wasn't Excalibur supposed to be different from the Sword and the Stone? I don't know.
Caliban is the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, because
thank you, Fate Stay Night. That's hilarious, and I know that because I know jack and or shit about like King Arthur's mythos. It's something. It's a big hole in my fucking mythology knowledge Because I would like to know more. I have just not sat down and read anything.
I love researching King Arthur, not from the perspective of, well, also from the perspective of how do people differently adapt this story, but also what are the religious implications of this? Because it's like King Arthur is getting rid of all the barbarians. Who are the barbarians?
Yeah.
The pagans. Who are the pagans? Anybody who's not Christian. Oh, okay. I want to check out that movie Green Knight for that very reason.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to see that too.
When I became a pack partner, I was so happy. With this power, I knew I could finally have you.
Stop running
How
from me.
tragic that you rejected me then. You were the only one who wouldn't be mine.
So he got like the Riz from this beast. And then the one dude he was like, so you'll fuck me now, right? Was like, nah. Strange women lying in ponds, distributing swords. There's no basis for a system of government. It's true.
I did rewatch Holy Grail somewhat recently. It's like, you know what? I actually enjoyed this a lot more than I did the first time. I know I've talked about this before, about how I don't think Holy Grail is like
switch or heal.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. I died from the fall damage!
I told you!
I was in the combo! Hey, it's okay. It's okay, Tanky. It is perfectly alright. But,
Here they come. What are they?
speaking of, movies, we did get around to watching, Alien last night, actually.
There are so many of them.
How was that?
It's pretty good. I did fall asleep briefly
Sometimes an ex.
because, like, I had been up since 6 a.m.
Uh-huh.
But, like, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to watching Aliens.
Yeah, next on my alien list is also Aliens. So how'd you like all the symbolism for the Vimen?
For the what?
The Vimen.
I mean, it's kind of pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yes. I had always like gone through and people have been like, yeah, like Alien is a very feminist movie, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then like I've seen people go like, oh no, it's not, like blah 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 blah, all this fucking bullshit, right? And then I watched the movie, and my first thought was, yeah, if you don't think this is like a very feminist movie, I think you're just kind of stupid.
Well, the thing is, like, well, no, it's cool. It's cool to like it. It's not woke!
Woke! Cool can't be woke, man!
Did you see that Jordan Peterson got fucking
I was just talking about
decimated
this with
by
my
that
friend today.
twink?
It's so crazy. Okay, so there's two clips that I've seen. The first one is the guy going like, so you're a Christian? He goes, I'm not Christian. And he's like, what the fuck is the name of the YouTube video then? And then they changed the name of the YouTube video. That was very funny. But then I saw another clip where he's like, do you believe... It's another kid, and he asked him, what do you believe in? He goes, define believe. And it's like,
Bro?
dude, just
Bro?
answer the fucking question, man. God.
Hello, Seth.
None of these right-wingers can fucking... These, like, fucking anti-Semitic Zionist freaks can't fucking answer a straight answer. Like, it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right?
What do you mean by you? Ad hominem. You're getting emotional, therefore I have won the argument.
What? It's fucking... Holy shit.
These godless harlots. These damn teenagers, these college atheists, they do not have the love of Allah in their heart.
Wait, what?
They're ambushing me live on stage. They're going to kill me.
God. I fucking wish. Can't be doing that. I mean, I'm not gonna stop that. So, me and Soups were having a conversation in the car today about... Ava, are you aware of John Constantine as a character?
The Marvel guy? Or DC guy? I don't know which one he is.
He's DC.
I think I came in to watch the animated movie with you guys, and then I fell asleep because my sleep schedule at the time was fucked up.
Wait 1 second. I have to allow the word super lesbian animal RPG in my chat, even though I streamed that game a year ago over. Woo! Woo! I really like Constantine. We watched some of the animated movies. They're really good. I like them a lot. Anyway, I propose to Soups a question. John Constantine Muppets movie.
Only he's the human?
Only he's the human. That is what...
Absolutely.
I had asked...
Absolutely.
I had asked, like, what Muppet would play John Constantine? It's like, well, no. John Constantine's going to be played by the actor and everything else is Muppets.
Pause.
And it's like, does this mean John Constantine is going to fuck a Muppet?
Yeah. Okay. Really quick, I need you on your on this legit PS2 copy. I think you need to make a save state right this instant.
As you say, Captain. But, so, like, here's the...
I would switch to the other guy. There you go. Yeah, Yurik.
So, there's a thing that happens in one of the, Jesus, that's 2 hits.
So I made the correct call. That save state's gonna be very useful because now you don't have to do the fucking annoying ass ad phase.
Yeah. So, yeah, one of the movies gets into fuck the concept of Los Angeles. That was what I was about to bring up. We said, that's Miss Piggy. He definitely fucks Miss Piggy.
The flip.
Away.
Yep. Lock it.
Okay.
Oh!
Done yet. Let's play.
You got it.
Okay. He would the fuck the shit out of Animal. You got a fucking shockwave?
It's an AoE. Yep. It's a shockwave AoE. It's fucked up. This boss is so bad. It's the worst boss in the game. It's so bad. Yeah, that attack is crazy.
God, okay, it does break guard.
Yep.
I just have to be in there. That's a very difficult to follow up.
Yep.
Yeah, but, like, I got introduced to Constantine from the animated DC movies. Fucking, Justice League Dark. That movie is fucking great because it's fucking Constantine and Batman has to deal with fucking magic being real. And you know, Bruce, he's a very facts and logic guy.
Facts and logic and based, and you are cringe.
It's, however, all the movies with him are very good. He's, it's very interesting, what they're doing with him in the new universe because, so, hey, chat, do you guys care about spoilers for the fucking DC animated movie universe? Because I'm about to do some spoiler shit. I'll give y'all a bit to respond before I do a spoiler.
Lock in. Yes. She's a gamer.
So, okay. So, yeah, so I have not finished watching the Crisis on Infinite Earths movies yet. But, at the end of the previous universe, at the previous in the previous end of the last universe, Constantine's the only person who survives because he does some like fucking magic teleporting shit. But now, because he was supposed to die, he's cursed to walk the universe forever.
Ooh, dodge.
Thank you.
Focus on
Thank
dodging.
you
Just
for the
focus on dodging.
resub. Thank you. But anyway, he still exists, and it's so fucking cool. I've not gotten to parts 2 or 3 yet, so like I know he gets back to his prime at some point, but he's just like a fucking ancient man currently. Arthur, thank you for the follow. That's what Pariah's supposed to. Oh, I don't know shit about comics. That's why I'm not mad. I see. I can understand why you would be upset.
Good shit. That's the hardest boss in the game.
Faster than Chaos Dragon.
So
That's true.
I lose. When a crystal is damaged, it loses its luster. I, too, was damaged. A long time ago. My luster.
Thank you for the sub,
taken
Mark.
from me. Yurik, I'm glad that we could meet one last time. I
Oh,
will never
damn.
forget
He's not over his ex. Oh, they definitely had sex.
He's finished.
You can't
We
just.
might have remained
He's
friends
finished.
even now, if it hadn't been for the pact he entered into.
You were friends?
Yes.
We were
He was
roommates.
very different then. If only he hadn't been so keen to make a name for himself in the Knights.
Propaganda D's nuts, damn it.
Stop gandering at the nuts.
I'm gazing.
Only 2 districts remain. Noe.
Why
have
does
you
he wear
finally
that helmet?
decided?
As a knight, I
cool.
never saw gratitude on the faces of the civilians. We did nothing to deserve their thanks. I feel like I've accomplished something at last. Mana, I will stay with you. But the knights will be strengthening their defenses. We need to gather more information, and quickly.
Okay. It isn't, though. How do we get 2B from this? Okay,
Oh, that's the previous
so-
game, actually. Right?
Okay. So, Drakengard and Nier exist on a circular timeline. They feed into each other, sort of like an Ouroboros. So Nier leads into Drakengard, but Drakengard also leads into Nier through
That's sick.
timeline shenanigans.
That's so good. I love that.
Do you remember at the end of Drakengard when Kaim and Angelus went through a portal at the very end, and then they got shot down by the Japanese Air Force?
Yes.
That was the start of the Nier timeline. So technically, Drakengard is the first and the last game in the series. And this is a separate, splintered off timeline from the first Drakengard ending, where Angelus the Red Dragon became the goddess, and 18 years have gone by, and there's a whole bunch of shit going on, and we are kind of the baddies?
Are we
The City of Rust.
This is the place to be.
This is a dangerous
I couldn't
town.
stop
Be
about
careful.
talking about Constantine. That's fine. I love Constantine. Like, if I get into buying comic books, I would love to buy some Constantine shit, because Constantine's really cool. Protect the...
That guy looked like the dog accepting his fate. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've looked into it briefly, Seth. But, like, it's like, oh, but also, fucking trade comic books are really expensive. Because, like, I was like, I don't want to get, like, an app or whatever. I just want to pay the one-time thing. So, like, I looked into, I was like, oh, there's got to be, like, big omnibuy, right? and it has not been easy to find any.
To elaborate on the near Drakengard timeline shenanigans, that's about as complicated as it gets. The rest of it is just because Kaim and Angelus, their bodies are in Tokyo. That starts the and also because of the giant naked woman, who turned into salt.
Lot's wife, yeah.
Yeah. So because of all that, magic sort of gets put into existence, which leads to technology and magic sort of becoming the same thing, which is how you get the Nier Automata stuff, where you have like the bullets and also like the glowing orbs and shit like that. It's oh man. So it's a fusion of magic and technology, and then the
bounty hunters have their fingers in a lot of pies.
eventually, like, bioweapons start to become a thing.
Right.
So dragons
Although we've
eventually
freed
get
the
made,
districts,
and they
there
are
are people
also
who are still
so
enslaved.
they're
We
biology,
must
but they're
do
also
something.
magic, and they're born out of technology, and these are also events that are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years apart. And that's about it. Like, it just, you know, everything is related. That's Guilty Gear? Yes.
I mean, this is like a thing that is commonly used in like a fantasy, like a urban fantasy setting type thing. Which I would not consider this game like urban fantasy. Not even close.
No.
But like, as a thing.
I remember in the first game there was a disease which turned people into words. Yes. And there's a tree that's actually a supercomputer. Like, this is the type of shit that we're talking about. Brain hurty. I'm just trying to remember most of it, really.
There we go. I mean, I really enjoy, like, a convoluted backstory that's, you know, it is kind of bullshit, but, like, I feel like, for me, there has to be, there's a specific vibe I want. And because, like...
And people say Death Stranding is convoluted. Motherfucker, this is way more simple than Death Stranding. Because every game is like, we have to stop the dragon. And, like, that's it? And then there's shit going on in the background. And Death Stranding has just everything. Boco.
Yeah?
Did you know that your hand, it's like a thing that you can touch people, which can like form a connection.
Yeah, I've
And
touched
your
people
fingers,
before.
they're like strands. There's strands that are reaching out. And did you know that there's a beach? Now the beach is
Yeah, the beach that makes you old.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I couldn't
Now
fucking...
leave these people alone.
Yes, sir.
Before you go, who's the best person in town to get information from?
I assure Kojima comes on screen for the next fucking Summer Games thing and is just like, I assure everybody that having my actress star in my game and having her be naked and wet on the beach is very important to the plot and not weird at all.
I've talked
You see,
about
it's like
this.
the carrot and the stick.
I've talked about this before. I don't particularly care for Kojima or like his fans because I do think people are a bit up. I think he might be a little bit up his own ass. I don't think
He be smelling his farts.
I don't think he's a bad creator. Before anyone gets
No.
on that, I think Kojima could make some really good stuff if he is like has like someone to rein him in a bit. Because like there has to be someone who has to say, Koji, no. Someone has to rein him in. I think that's a prime thing, and I think that's true for a lot of visionary people. But I do also think people are a bit too praiseworthy of Kojima. Definitely makes good things, but he's not like, you know, the perfect man, you know, right?
But it'll cost you. Well, it would normally.
Kojima's reining in was firing him.
Yeah.
You help me out.
I had this thought many years ago, and I brought it up again because I was talking to Carrie about Kojima because she doesn't know much about him. And I was like, Kojima is a visionary, and while I don't think Konami is like a great company, oh my god, like working with him as like your underling and not as your boss would be the most infuriating shit. I would fucking lose my goddamn mind because one day he'd come in and be like, okay, I have like the game ready, and you're like, oh, okay, and then he comes in later and he's like, what if we simulated like a full war, and like we had every single named NPC like on the beach, and then they all attacked each other, and Sahelanthropus was there, and then it's like, Kojima, we don't have time! We don't have time to do this shit, man!
Kojima, we don't have the money for this. Kojima and David Cage's nightmare situation. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare!
Oh,
The Giga woke and the anti-woke.
No,
What do? They make something normal? At least, listen, at least he's not David Cage. And listen, I'll take that.
David Cage, I make it a good game.
You actually can.
I put a David Bowie in my video game.
Moths flying to the flame.
No, do not compare Kojumbo with David Cage. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. He's not a fucking sex pest.
He's not a freak. Well,
as far as we know.
I do think he's a bit of a weirdo when it comes to women. Look at every single female character he's ever made.
There's Noe and his party. Capture them.
You see, there's this girl who can't talk, and she's really hot and wears like really skimpy clothing, and also you keep her in a cage, and she's naked all the time, and because she's a plant, you see, she breathes through her skin, which means you can watch her bathe and shake really violently, and also here's a weird zoom-in shot of her feet. I assure you, dear gamer, it's very important to the plot.
It's necessary.
I can't bring up David Bowie anymore without bringing up the Omicron soundtrack. No, absolutely not. But I could bring up that crazy shit that he did like way back at the start of his career. But I'm not.
People have taken up arms that are gathering in the plaza. Hell yeah.
Artist. You gotta be able to separate it. You made some banging ass shit.
Oh, fuck! Come here. Stop running from me.
I let my guard down last time, but this time I'm ready.
I don't know if... Sorry, guy, you got caught up in that shit.
I was very confused why 2B was dressed as a maid, because why would she dress in a maid combat and not wear armor like a sane person? So she does wear armor later, but that's also, like, when shit goes real. The real reason is Yoko Taro's, like, girl pretty, and it's like, you know what?
Listen.
At least he said it, and isn't like, well, you see, because it's like the fashion is like, it allows her to move more like, no, fuck off. Just be honest, man.
Listen, Yoko Taro is a gooner, and I respect it.
That's fine. You can be a gooner, just be fucking honest about it, man. Like, I don't fucking care.
The ethical gooner.
The ethical gooner be like, I hope she's paid well. The ethical gooner be like, I wish her a long and prosperous life.
Ah! Sorry, I got scared by the skull bombs.
Yoko Taro does hide Snickers in his mask. This is true.
I think that is the same reason Kill la Kill is made. I don't know that much about the Studio Trigger people, actually. I don't really like Trigger that much. I'm not on the same, like, level of, oh my god, Studio Trigger as everyone else is, it seems.
I like their stuff. I will say they have made some crazy fucking statements in the past.
Yeah.
Specifically in regards to the cyberpunk anime, where there was a bit of controversy with having. Now, okay, so here's the weird thing. Like, there's a character who is, she looks young, but she is an adult, and she is like, there is nothing like infantilized about her, which is good. She's just kind of a short lady.
Yeah, petite women exist.
But then, like, people were really weird about it, and there was like a bit of controversy around it, and then the fucking the Studio Trigger was like, I believe their statement was directly, the lolly must stay, and it's like, guys,
dude, what the fuck,
guys,
dog? No,
fucking come on. I can't be fucking.
Is this your goat? Because it's fucking washed, dog.
That's weird, man.
No, that's fucked up, dude. Why?
You wiped out a whole army of knights.
Why not just say she's a short adult and move on? Because people are weird, man.
Right?
Hey, you did it. Nice work, boys and girls. Okay, when I keep
Did Trigger do
Didn't
Darling
need to
in
call
the
her
Franxx?
that. Yeah, this is what we're saying.
Darling in the Franxx is fucking shit, dude. I fucking hate that show.
Some bloke who knows a secret behind a district's.
Fucking, I'm glad it
pilot
crashed
that
and
mech.
burned in the second half because the fucking metaphor is shit. It's so fucking homophobic. I hate it. It's a pity because, like, I've seen some of the mecha designs because, like, I'm mecha fan now, but like I like them, but the show is so shit. I don't think I haven't seen them, but like the fucking their very basic metaphor is just homophobic from go. Have I seen Dead Leaves? No, I have not. It sounds familiar, but I might be making it up.
Now, have you seen a good piece of media like Redline? I have never seen Dead Leaves. Sorry, that was a bad transition. Sorry, that sounded really mean. Have you seen Redline?
I watched it with my D&D group a while back.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because we were taking a break, and one of our members, Deer, was like, y'all want to watch some movies? Like, yeah, sure, why not? And she just put on
shit.
Redline. Dark Cloud.
It's chapter 6. Redline did bankrupt Madhouse, that's true. Why does Yoko from Gurren Lagann...
What?
Never expected to see Yurik again.
Huh?
We could not have
Hold on.
asked for a stronger ally. With his help, we destroyed the key of precious light. 2 districts remain. To learn about our next target.
Do you remember what happened when the seals got destroyed in the first game?
Things got bad.
Yeah, the world ended. Are we the baddies? Oh no, we're just stupid.
We're also... listen, we're not the baddies. However, things are kind of bad.
I think you'd like Dead Leaves a lot. Yeah, no, I've definitely seen...
Oh, hey!
A light. Can I see a light? What is this place?
Precious Light's key has been destroyed. Two more keys remain.
Why does Yoko from Gurren Lagann have to be 16? Okay, so at least there's solace in that after the time skip, she is like 21. But yes, it is weird. And it fucking sucks, because like, I think that character design is fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just weird. Like... I don't like it.
Yeah, I didn't watch that much of Gurren Lagann when I was still working on it, but
It's the end of the world.
but like I just didn't vibe with it for whatever reason.
I think Gurren Lagann is okay. So we were talking about music and shit earlier.
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann, I think, is an excellent introduction into the super robot genre, where what is the purpose of this show, it is hype moments and aura. It is not like, oh, this is like the greatest thing ever written or whatever the fuck. It's just like, it's fucking exciting.
Yeah, okay.
It's very, very hype.
I accept your premise, yeah. That's not a bad thing. I was talking about this with some other people a while ago about, general how bad the Crunchyroll Anime Awards are. And how it's like, they're just voting for hype moments and aura instead of actual good things that have something to say, have a theme, you know? Because fucking mainstream anime fans wouldn't know a theme or a metaphor if it bit them on the ass.
Yeah, which is why, like, Evangelion is so different. Episode 4 turns people off Gurren Lagann hard. I think there is something to be said with, like, a lot of anime that is, like, very, well, just a lot of anime in general. It's like, there's gonna be that culture, divide. Where sometimes, like, you're not gonna vibe with some of the jokes because, like, you're just, you know, you're not in the know.
I mean, yeah, there's just a level of lost in translation that will happen when you are watching foreign media.
What's the show with, like, the octopus guy and, like...
Assassination Classroom?
Is that the one? He's, like, yellow? Is that the one?
Yeah, Sakura-sensei.
Okay. So, I remember hearing that at one point they all start talking with a different Japanese accent from, like, a different town.
Do they?
And the translators were like, how the fuck do we translate that into English? And they decided, oh, let's have all the characters talk with thick Southern Texan accents. And I'm like, there you go, easy.
Yeah, this is a thing they've done a lot.
Translators have some of the hardest jobs.
Absolutely. Ava, do you know...
Crazy.
Ava, are you aware of the classic use of something like that in Azumanga Daioh?
Nope, never seen Azumanga Daioh.
So there is like they have a transfer from a different town. She's from Osaka, which has like a very specific dialect, and in the fucking English dub, the way they portray her Osakan accent is just giving her the heaviest southern drawl that they could find.
Yes.
And she's like, "Oh my God, it's Bill Clinton." That's a thing she does say. Or
all I know is, hello, everyone.
Yeah.
I wish I was a bird.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you? Fine, thank you.
Essentially, I think what her line was, I thought you were that American guy. You know, Bill Clinton. You know, the fucking giant cat thing. No, it's great. I love it.
Capcom did this for Nico in DMC5. That's hilarious. Oh, is that why she's Southern? I like Nico a lot.
We'll see how I feel when I get back to playing through the Devil May Cry games on stream, because we've only done the first one, which who I'm gonna say, I didn't really like DMC1 that much.
Boco.
Yeah.
Just skip 2.
You can't make me do it. I have to do it for the tier list. I know everyone wants me to not play 2.
No,
but
Boco, but okay. As a certified DMC fan, I have credentials. I have a certificate. I promise. It's totally legit. I'm giving you a free. If you ever feel that the game is so shit you don't want to play it, you have a free fuck this pass, and you can go directly to 3 at any point. That is there. You have the pass.
Because like, I'm really excited for when we get to 4, because that's the first one I played, and it's where like a lot of my opinions come on. Because 4 was my first exposure to it. I saw my older brother playing it on the PS3. I was like, oh, this Nero guy's cool. I didn't think about the music at that time, but like that is kind of my music taste now.
If you fuck with 4, you're gonna love 5.
I actually did a full Let's Play of 4 when I was 15. It is not unlisted. It's unlisted on YouTube, so you can't watch it anymore. Wait, Boco, do you need to play the DMC remake? Oh, you mean the spiritual successor one? I would not call that one a remake. I think I will play DMC Devil May Cry because I'm not as against it as a lot of people are or were, because I watched a playthrough of it fucking forever ago when it came out. I do know lots of people don't like it, but like I have a fresh mindset. We'll see.
How dare you? How fucking you know what? I got a fucking bone to pick with you. How fucking dare you sit there and like have like an actual reasonable stance? Why don't you be more reactionary? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Listen, I make real content. I don't do reactions. Yeah, because like as I understand, gameplay-wise, it is like fairly decent. But like, you know, the writing isn't the greatest. But however, fuck you is actually peak.
Hold on, I've been sent the cat in Azumagadayo in dub. 1 second, I'm turning down your audio, like the game audio. 1 second, I need to listen to this English dub. Okay, just sitting there. Here comes the cat. I see him.
No more nights.
Oh, he speaks Spanish. Oh my God, she is Southern. What you saying things like that for?
It's great.
You look like that American guy, you know, like Bill Clinton.
It's so good.
Why does he turn blue? What the fuck? He like turns blue. Oh, man. The informant should be around here somewhere.
Something's up.
Do you want another take of that? Because it sounded like you kind of burped when you said the line there.
Something's up.
Something's up. I find it funny Virgil, whose name is close to Virgin, is the only brother who could prove that they fucked. Well, listen. It's Dante's Inferno, chats. The Divine Comedy.
I point over to my show. I have it right there. I haven't read it yet, but I got it.
I saw a Reddit story from like years and years and years ago where a guy was like, "Hey, my wife is giving birth to twins. I'm gonna ask her if we can name them Dante, but how do I sneakily say that the other one should be named Virgil?" And everybody was like, "You're a fucking idiot."
Yeah. I fly up here. I know Dante's Inferno. I played the video game. Fuck you. Actually.
Shut the fuck up. Todd McFarlane's Dante's Inferno is crazy. It's so insane. I think that's the first game that I have a core memory of, like, that monster is a penis. And like that, you know.
Like,
what the fuck?
I have legitimately considered it for like a stream game because of like, you know, my interests.
Okay, so the craziest thing about that game is like the gameplay is just God of War,
yeah,
and like the in-game cutscenes or whatever, but the fucking rendered cutscenes, like, to this day, look crazy good. It's wild. And then you'll see the devil at the end, and then you'll be like, oh, he's like a cool big goat man, and he has like fucking like embers as like tears running down his face, and it's sick. And then you get to the gameplay, and you see his fucking foot-long penis flapping as you fight him, and it's crazy.
Yeah, so that's the problem with like some games like this is before the VODs go up on YouTube, I have to censor that shit.
Okay, trigger warning. This is going to be very gross what I'm about to say. The second circle of hell is lust. You fight a giant woman who has big, gigantic tatas, and her nipples open to deploy enemies to fight you. It is vile. It is disgusting. It's perfect for what that circle of hell is.
But I will censor the dicks for free. I don't need to hire cocksuckers.
That is Cleopatra. You're right, Lou. Oh, man.
Yeah, but
You
like,
fight her and Mark Antony. Oh my god.
see, so like, I have done this before. So I played through the first God of War game on stream.
Yeah.
Where I have had to censor censor titties before. I'm not sucking the cocks, I'm obscuring them. Oh wait, I'm sorry. My brain went to a different place.
Don't the Medusas in God of War 1 just have like they're just straight like fucking areolas just hanging out?
Sure are.
That's crazy.
I was like, I do want to go and play God of War 2 at some point.
That's pretty woke, having a woman just like able to like be that free. Like, what the fuck?
Like,
God of War woke.
God of woke?
I believe women deserve equal rights. Woke! Kratos is woke! I've definitely canonically like had sex with a guy. Woke! Kratos is woke. He's gay.
I mean, like, yes, Kratos is
He's
woke.
Greek.
He's not woke. He's Greek.
I was talking about this like the other day on stream where I was laughing because I was like, Chad, do you remember that video of like Pitt from Kid Icarus going like, hello, Mr. Kratos? And Kratos like, you're so hot. And he's like, oh, but I'm a boy. And he's like, I'm Greek. And then he fucking... What? Crazy. I can't repeat the full thing because he says a word that I don't think a guy like me can be saying. Like a guy with my sort of complexion can't be saying that sort of stuff.
Hey Kratos, why are you saying that you're the ghost of Sparta? You're severely pale.
It's the ash of his family. He's not white. He's not white.
Ava, have you played the original ones?
Yeah.
So, like, when I played through the first one, I was flabbergasted by the press triangle to hug your family button in the fucking the climax of the game.
I think we can break this rock.
Boco! There is one of the spin-off games where you fight the fucking Furies.
Yeah.
There is a mash the circle button to abandon your child because it's an illusion to fucking like get Kratos to give up. So it's like his fucking daughter like clinging to his leg going like, I love you, daddy. And he's like, ugh. And you have to mash circle to fucking push the kid off of you so that you could go kill this fucking Fury that wants you dead.
That's fucking crazy. Oh, hey, Eris.
Excuse me. I forgot I was wearing
Hey, Eris. Can you join the party? There's some skeletons in the last dungeon, and that was not okay.
Do you remember me now? My little crybaby knight.
You can't be saying that, Yorick.
You're alive.
That's from a woman that would work on me.
You did desert the Knights of the Seal after all.
Eris.
I have nothing more to say. I am a Knight of the Seal. It is my duty to arrest those who betray us.
I thought his daughter was real in that game. It's been a fucking like minute, so I don't remember if she was real or if it was illusion. But still, it's fucking crazy.
That's have him line away. Eliminate them.
Have we walked into a trap?
I really like God of War. It's so good.
Crazy because I think it's like so interesting watching God of War because like it's very been taken by a bunch of like dude bros to be like, oh, it's like so hyper masculine, and then you fucking actually sit your ass down and play it. By the way, you can summon your dragon, don't forget.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, it's like so hyper masculine, and then like the first fucking thing that happens is Kratos going like, I'm sad, I'm gonna jump off this fucking cliff because I'm so depressed and my family is dead. And then like the rest of the game is him like doing man fucking rage shit, and then followed by like the game going like, Kratos, that's not the right thing to do, that's not gonna be it, man. Oh fuck, here he comes.
What? We're dead. He ate him.
Oh yeah, because he's like he's level 2 now. He has a whole new like set of things he can do.
Yeah, like I know people have argued like, oh, actually God of War is only like good now, but no, I think its thematics were always good.
there was always like quite a bit of emotional depth with Kratos. There was a lot of really confusing whiplash, I will say, because you talk like again, we're talking about like Kratos being so fucking sad, and he's like, "Arg, I'm mad at the gods. Let me go use this woman that it has nothing to do with anything. She's just a priest in this location. I'm gonna use her body and fucking shove her into like these gears so that this gate stays open." And like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
What's happening there, man?
Yeah, like
Kratos was a murder hobo, yes.
Oh, absolutely. I think it is a very, I am a like huge fan of like the modern ones. They're very good, but having played a little bit of the old ones, like I actually do like this too. Aside from the final boss fight with Ares, that thing sucks ass.
That thing sucks.
It's so bad. I was so fucking mad.
Bad. I fuck with the new God of War so much because it like I love me a character who's like a piece of shit and like is genuinely like a monster who has had like time to grow and go like, you know what? I was a piece of shit and that was fucked up with me.
His whole thing is stopping the cycle of violence. It's so good.
Yes, and I love that shit. I love it. I love it. I love it. Fucking Warhammer has that to some extent. There's a character called the Lion who in fucking he might as well be like a Kratos like equivalent where he like fucking in the Horus Heresy he's like your fucking average barbarian going around going like I'm gonna fucking kill everybody. I've got this shotgun and only enough bullets for the whole fucking planet, and he's just like murder hoboing his way around, and then he fucking takes a long ass nap for 10,000 years, wakes up, sees how fucked up everything is by in part his own decisions from so long ago, and goes, you know what?
I made it worse.
I fucked up, and I will try to be better. And it's like, you know what? We love to see
good
it.
on
We
you,
love
man.
to see growth.
Growth is important.
Amazing.
He will be a better dad. Yeah, that's like he basically like encounters one of his sons who like has been on the run, so to speak, and he's like, "Oh, Dad, you're alive. You're gonna kill me, right?" And he's like, "No.
Why would I do that?
Should I? Should I? Like what? Huh?" The performances in the new games are insanely good. Oh yeah, like
yeah.
there is something to be said about like obviously Oscars and shit. Like it's such a fucking mess, but like I do think like you are not. Video games have transcended.
They are not treated as an equal form of art.
They
like
will
music or movies are.
Yes, but they will eventually.
I hope so.
Time. But yeah, like
fucking Christopher Judge's Kratos is fucking
phenomenal.
I can't even bring words to describe it. It's so good. He's one of my favorite characters. Definitely a great performance.
I'm not even gonna say like the original Kratos actor was bad because I
he
think
wasn't.
For the original trilogy, like he performed like that era of Kratos' life perfectly.
They're different. Fundamentally, they are different characters. A lot. Oh shit.
Yes. I'm Minotaur. God, that ground pound is so crazy good.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, like listening to him talk is just like incredible.
Have you ever seen that video of the guy on TikTok? And he's like, he's very like he's he's like this Asian guy. And he's just like doing this like Snapchat face filter of like, oh, what character are you going to get? And it's like God of War characters, and he's like, I want Kratos. I want Kratos. And it lands on Kratos. And goes, it's about the weapon and the man. And he does like a perfect fucking Kratos impression. It's crazy. I love that video. It's so fucking good. Holy. I want Kratos. Kratos. It's about the weapon and the man. This is such Final Fantasy-ass fucking music.
It is.
I need Legna.
I need Daddy. The Kratos car TikTok? What are you talking about?
Have fun. Have a good night, Zach. Have you ever? I have not read 20,000 Leagues. I've seen like the old Disney movie and such, but I've never read it.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's bad.
Whoa, even more of them. This time, Eris.
That's a lot. Well, great, so
Hold on,
like for them all.
1 hour ago, our glorious God Emperor has made another Truth Social post.
Wonderful.
Merciless Talon, Infernal Firestorm. It begins.
God. Fuck that guy in particular.
Our glorious God Emperor has said, I told Canada, which very much wants to be part of our fabulous Golden Dome system, that it will cost $61 billion if they remain a separate but unequal nation, but will cost $0 if they become our cherished 51st state. They are considering the offer.
No, they aren't. Who are you talking
He's
to,
just
dummy?
lying. Like, what the fuck? He's never said a truthful thing in his fucking life, bro.
But no, it's on Truth Social. It's true now.
It's true now. Okay, hold on. Kratos car. Dude, Merciless Talon. No, the Firestorm. Steph, can you put that in the creature chat in the Patreon Discord?
11,000.
That's crazy. I'm gonna send this to you as well, Boco.
No, you'll still with her?
He's driving the boy.
Oh man. Oh,
Imagine Carrie being forced to be American. Dude,
the battle must go on.
that's a lot of enemies. Holy shit, have fun. Dragon time. Every time I go to see my parents, whether it be just for like a lunch outing or something, every single time they fucking have the same exact question. So like, so why don't you and Carrie like move to America?
Why would you?
And every time like I see them like I do a visit like every couple months, and every single time I'm like, do you remember the thing we talked about last time of how like shit things are getting? And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, it's about to get worse. And then every time I see them later, I'm like, it's gotten worse. Like,
it has gotten worse.
No, go away.
he's coming.
Mana, what's wrong? Talk to me.
Yeah, that's how to get somebody who's having like a panic attack to talk to you. You go, hey, and you start shaking them violently.
Well, no, you gotta do the like. Are you sad for real?
I want to report.
Don't kill yourself. You're so hot.
Have you seen that post?
Man, sudden attack. Too strong.
I don't know what poster you're referring to.
Oh, there's a post where like someone's like, when I was having like a suicidal ideation session, my psychiatrist said like, are you sad for real? And it was so out of pocket that it stunned me out of my suicidal ideation.
You know what? That's not an appropriate thing to say, but like if that's what got you out of it, fuck it.
This is actually a thing doctors and like therapists are trained to do because it's so shocking that it like forces you out of it.
Yeah.
No,
Uh-oh.
no, stay away.
It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
Mana. Damn. Revenge will have to wait. Let's get out of here.
When are they gonna put the one-eyed man in Dead by Daylight?
Okay, before you move on to the next chapter, I need to use the washroom very badly. So give me like 2 seconds.
Yeah. We can hang.
Oh, thank God.
Long sword.
Inuart's long sword.
Inuart's long sword. Now wait a second.
Remember Inuart?
Yeah, the pedophile.
Oh shit! What? No, that was the other guy. Inuart was the guy with the harp, and he was like,
Oh.
"Welcome to a world without song," and then he fucking flew off with your sister.
Oh, yeah. The incest
Okay,
guy.
I'll be right back.
Wait, no, you're the
Yeah!
incest.
No, what?
Wait, what? There's incest.
I'll be right back.
Okay, listen, we can chill and talk for a bit, chat. How are you doing? Sit and piss and listen. Everyone's gotta at some point. Literally, best weapon. Okay, if you're saying that, chat, I'll go equip it. Where is it? Have I? Wait, it's a longsword. God, I have a lot of these to level. Guard sword. Inuart's longsword. I've been playing this game alongside. Hell yeah, we love it. We love sharing experiences with people. I don't have one, but we can just switch it out, okay? Why have we not gotten Uruk a new weapon yet? He needs one so bad. I feel like if I went to the US, I get fucking, you cannot rest now. There are enemies nearby from fucking Skyrim. Willow, I think that's actually just because you're British and not because you're trans. I drank a whole gallon of water today and only had to pee once. It was 104? Mark, what the fuck?
You gotta be pissing more than that, man.
That's
Come on.
Seeing this on the Black Knight everywhere. If you want tricks, you gotta do 3 missions. You gotta get at least 3 before chapter 7. Oh, boo. 2 things can be true at once. Fair enough.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I just saw this YouTube short of a donkey, like, coming to greet this woman, and I need you to listen to it. Like, this is its happy noise. This is like, I'm so happy to see you noise. Hold on. Jesus fucking Christ! That's fucking foul.
Florida's hot. It sure is. I lived there for like 2 years.
Could you imagine I like walk up and I'm so happy to see my friend or like Carrie or something like that and I just go
If I'll do that noise when I see Alexi in like a month. I get out of my car after driving to Canada for 10 hours and go as I walk up the stairs to its apartment. There we go.
Damn.
No, wait.
God damn it!
You followed us.
Yeah, where people find these states attractive for you, I suppose.
The witch is lying to you.
I'm state sexual.
That witch could never
I mean,
save
people.
the world.
People are of America.
Anna, 18
America's a fine woman who wraps her lips around my
I
dick.
dug a hole in the ground and started to fuck it. That's how patriotic I am, brother.
You're lying. There's no.
Give me starting. If is it possible to work with after level 3? Crazy.
The whole world was her doing. Mana is the enemy of
Uh-oh, she's fucking blackpilling you live.
But I...
She was a child.
Of course it's true. I've read the old...
What do you mean the old documents? It was 18 years ago.
The Empire. The cult of the
These
Watch,
fucking Zoomer
the
Knights,
red
man.
skies.
God.
It was all her doing.
One of my younger coworkers referred to people born in the 90s as the 1900s.
Shut up.
Shut up, dude.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
I was born in the 1900s by this metric.
Her now. There is witchcraft in those red eyes of hers.
Mana, is this true? Say something.
Red eyes is a big recurring thing in these games. Like, red eyes are incredibly important.
Damn you, foolish child. How much longer are you gonna defend that woman?
2002, baby. I'm safe.
Stop clinging to the
Fucking.
of the past.
Do I need to get a fucking rattle to start shaking a chat?
Bring down her ship.
Goo goo gaga?
Guru Gaga.
Yes, it's afraid all one's gonna disable the engines.
I need you to be quiet right now.
Bitch, I can drink. Yeah, you can drink from the bottle.
Goo Goo Gaga, I want milk.
Ow, fuck. Is this when I say I'm 2006? Fuck, don't say. I was born in
Goo Goo Gaga!
Dude, I gotta take a ferry over and beat your ass. Listen, listen. I've got some times if you're walking. That I got plenty of time. I got plenty of time.
I wish I had a Zoomer coworker say to me, to you, 9/11 is something you remember. To me, 9/11 is history we learned in school.
I mean, to be fair, I do not remember. I do not remember 9/11 happening because I would have been like 4 or 5. 4, I think. Yeah, because my birthday is like a month after 9/11. But like, it is like obviously a thing that happened. We are entering the generation of beta males. We already have plenty generations of beta males.
Generation Alpha is followed by Generation Beta, and it's gonna be fucking foul for them.
I can't wait till we get to Generation Omega.
No.
Generation Sigma's gonna go crazy.
That woman is. Damn. We're going down.
You only gain consciousness at 5 years old. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Is like I don't feel like I was like cognizant to like 7 maybe. I was born a month after 9/11. Down 2 tragedies back to back. Sam, what the fuck?
Damn.
In any case,
You believe in 9/11? Skyscrapers aren't even real. Fun thing about 9/11, that is the direct inspiration for this game series that we're playing right now.
Y'all, everyone say thank you to Al Qaeda for 2B.
Osama bin Laden, you know what I'm talking about?
What? Dad? Did you just drop us off? Oh, we're back here.
Mana, is it true? What Eris said?
Thank you 9/11 for the downfall of Ellen.
Thank you 9/11 for this game and also My Chemical Romance.
Thank you 9/11 for Twilight, for 50 Shades, for My Chemical Romance, for the downfall of Ellen, for Drakengard, for Nier. Thank you 9/11.
That man.
Say thank you.
Kime said that I wasn't allowed to forget.
Kime, the one-eyed man. The one who saved the world 18
Wait,
years
Kime
ago.
said he can't speak.
The one who later attacked the seal and killed
I guess
my
he, like,
father, Oral.
Just found a different way to say it. Maybe like the
He carries a whiteboard with him and he goes
Live on.
and then shows it to you.
And spend every waking moment reflecting on your sins.
Yeah, this doesn't really make much
So
sense when you
break the keys
remember that he
and
can't
save the
talk.
people,
Yeah.
Are you just trying to atone for your past sins?
Thank you,
No,
Hiroshima.
I'm not trying to atone. I don't regret what I did.
The path that I have chosen, I must follow it right to the very end. Thank you, Noe. Farewell.
You're a very the ends justify the means type of gal, huh?
Well, they there?
no way. You all right with this?
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
I don't have any actual thoughts or anything that I really believe in.
So stop thinking too hard. Just say, to hell with it and come with me. I'm going to the
Dude,
district of Shining
Yurik
Light.
is so
You coming?
based.
I don't.
You got too many thoughts in your head. My brain's smooth.
Smooth as
Thoughts
fuck.
slide right off.
Puke. All I have is scythe and I hit people.
I'll travel with you, Yurik.
Damn, there goes our mage. They're really depleting our ranks.
Yeah. Lamentation of their women.
Damn. The lamentations of the women.
Mana was responsible for the catastrophe 18 years ago. Impossible.
That's Conan? Yes.
If Eris is
Yes.
What a
Funny
big
enough,
ass
I've only
group.
seen the second Conan movie.
I've never seen any of
Nope.
them.
First one's pretty good. Second one's fun if you like, don't hold it up to the standard of the first one. Which is rich because I just said that I haven't seen the first one, but I know enough about it to be like it's like a fucking classic, right?
Yeah.
Have I any home to return to?
Never seen anything that has a massive Conan fans, but hates the Arnold movies. That's fair, because I feel like if you're actually into the books,
they are not Conan the Barbarian. They're like a different thing.
yeah, like if you are into the books, I don't think you will like the actual movies, because I feel like they are not actually engaging with the world, right?
Come, I do not pray to you.
Oh my
if you're really
god.
into that, holy. If you're really into that barbarian aesthetic, there's a faction in Age of Sigmar called the Slaves to Darkness, which has your like Sauron looking motherfuckers, but also they have a bunch of barbarians that look very Conan-esque that are like on their way to becoming the Sauron looking motherfuckers, but you can run an army where you're only running the Conan looking guys and ladies and so on and so forth, and it's great. It's really cool.
Finally got a new axe.
I
Oh
bet
shit.
Ava only ever did standardized testing with number 2 pencils and Scantrons.
I think they're calling you
I
old.
genuinely don't remember. I was born in 2000, chat, so I'm not old by any stretch of the term. How many of y'all had both a typing class and cursive handwriting? Me. I was
absolutely.
literally like the last until 2000. I want to say 2010 is when they finally stopped officially doing that kind of thing. But recently they've come back and the school board was like, we got to do typing classes because kids don't know how to type. But now there's a secondary problem with kids don't know how to fucking read.
Yeah.
So it's not good right now. The kids, I hold hope that the kids will be all right. They will figure out their shit, but it's going to be...
Yeah.
They're going to have a lot of searching to do. And ironically, this does go back to the No Child Left Behind Act, because you have kids who genuinely need help and they do need to be left behind. Why do they need to be left behind? Because some kids don't fucking get it. And they need more time to learn this shit. So thanks, George W. Bush. Thanks, brother, for that fucking shit.
Another child has hit the left behind.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna wrap up here because I've got a thing to do with Soups and we had it moved back an hour so we could play Drakengard because we got home late from errands.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I will see you Thursday, I think. Oh, since we got a decent amount of people here, I'm going to say next week we are going to be taking part in a charity marathon all week to support Rainbow Railroad along with a bunch of other trans queer VTubers. On Tuesday, me and Ava are going to be playing Age of Sigmar. And I'm going to probably have a few other events going on that week. If y'all are interested in popping by, maybe dropping $1 or $2 to support getting people out of queer people out of dangerous situations. Yeah, charity starting next week. It's my first charity event, so I'm excited. And I have a few things planned up. Obviously, we got Age of Sigmar with Ava, which will be we're gonna play the whole game this time instead of stopping.
We'll be playing Age of Sigmar Spearhead, and we will be 100%. We will be finishing the game.
Yep,
It's like
all the way through. We've got the whole day to do it. Maybe we'll do some stuff after. I don't know. And I haven't decided the other stuff yet. We might be bringing back the Crash Shuffler and maybe some other stuff. It depends on how much free time I got. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Listen, if you don't have money, that is okay. Sharing is perfectly enough. Watching, showing up, you do not have to do more than that. It's only if you're able and if you feel like it, okay? Take care of yourself first and foremost.
Absolutely.
But thank you everybody for watching. I'll probably see you Thursday. Have a good night. Bye-bye.